we're sort of around the edges of what folks are talking about with Matt Harvey. That he's a guy who likes the lifestyle. He likes the fast lane, if you will. That's been always a conversation. That he's always focusing on the glitz and glamour, not the hard work it takes to actually succeed in Major League Baseball. So the question I have for you, is he cut out for New York City?
Yeah, I don't know if that's entirely true. It takes a lot of hard work to come back from 2 major injuries to get back on the field and pitch at the Major League level. So I wouldn't assume that that's a given, that he doesn't put in the hard work. I think, though, that what has happened, and it's not only true with Matt, I think it's true with a $495 sneaker and other things, is that these players are really trying to brand themselves before they've brand themselves as a good player. The cart before the horse has become really what is happening now. And it used to be that you would reap the rewards of fantastic play. And definitely Matt has had small snippets of that, but he certainly hasn't put together what you would expect him to put together, the Kershaw, the Scherzer, those kind of, the Verlander, those kind of guys.
A Cy Young year, start one to start last. Team in the playoffs, which I know he's been part of.
Yeah, but a Cy Young candidate each and every year, 32 starts each and every year, 200 plus. That's how you become rarefied air in professional baseball.
But does he need to go to a different town?
That's an interesting call, and I think that I think that there's a lot of the same things that he has here in different towns.
Sure.
I think that the day of New York being the only tabloid town, and things that happen, if they happen in a place like Pittsburgh, you'd never find out about it. Those days are gone too. You'll find out about it social media-wise any place you go. I don't think it's the town. I think it's Matt's going to have to figure out a way to prioritize his great talent. And that is that, does he want to be Seaver-like, or does he want to kind of traipse his way through a decent career?
Well, in that respect, too, it's just, Ron, is that you're not just throwing that name out with Seaver. Okay, this town wants him to be the next Tom Seaver. They want him to be the next Doc Gooden as well. But that has been on him since the minute he started pitching for the Mets. Right-handed power pitcher. Let's get him on the mound, and he could be our Seaver to lead us to the promised land. And that's why, maybe it's got to be a different town.
Yeah, I didn't. I threw that name out there because, when he came up in 2012 with a bang, and in 2013, sometimes it's hard for people to remember, but every single time he went out there, it was magic.
It's a festival.
It was magic. It was 7 innings, no runs, maybe 1 run they would get off him. And it was Seaver-like.
Well, it was also Seaver-like in lack of run support as
and
well.
lack of run support. And it wasn't a good team either.
Right.
So he really came at a time where he was going to be Seaver in a way that he was going to bring the New York Mets back to be a playoff kind of team. I didn't answer your question.
It's okay.
So does he need to be in another town? I would say if you asked me that today, that would probably help his career, not hurt it.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.
If you liked some of that, get some more of that on the Rich Eisen Show app. Follow all the information you see right here on the Rich Eisen Show.